Xiaoyu, I guess. So I think this character had a few things going for her in this. First of all, this was yeah, counter-hit combo, wasn't it? Now it's just a dumbass wall bounce. And it was also like, it was like 0 on block or something? -1 on block? I don't know. What else? This had better range, better tracking, which is really important because it's her main mid poke. This was really hard to punish. Like, now you can easily float. But yeah, now in this, you can't really punish this. Yeah. Yeah, this was like, most characters just got, oh, even that misses sometimes. This was like, you just didn't get any damage for blocking this. Now, like when you block it, you can, like, it's like blocking a slide. You float her with like a while standing 4 or equivalent, and you get a full combo. But this was way safer, way safer. Those are the 3 big nerfs that this character got. This, and this. Which is like all, it adds up. It really added up. And also this was made less effective because a lot of characters, the downward hitbox on their mids was buffed. So yeah, she's been made quite a bit weaker since Season 1, both directly and indirectly. But I think she was overrated even in Season 1. So it's tough times as a Xiaoyu player, I think. But yeah, you're right. This had a bit more pushback, didn't it? Back turn 4. This had more pushback. It's still -17, I believe. Is this -17? It's still launch punchable, but had more pushback, making it harder to punish. Like, I still think Xiaoyu is pretty good because she has a 14 frame punisher. Not that. This is always good, even if it is nerfed. This didn't knock down, did it? They buffed this. They actually buffed her back turn down 4. Yeah, it only did that, didn't it? So her lows from back turn got made a bit better. But did this counter it much? No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe it did. Sorry, I was off axis. Yeah, shit. The thing is that you could play her like a really generic strong character in Season 1 because she had strong generic tools. And now you kind of have to do the Xiaoyu, you know, trickery and whatnot, which is good. I mean, they're encouraging the player to play her the way she should be played. They're trying to do something similar with Steve, like encourage the player to use a wider variety of his toolkit, but it didn't quite work out that way because all you need is just execution with Steve now, which is annoying because my execution sucks. If Xiaoyu doesn't get to have good generics, then why does Kazumi have? Because Kazumi is built around generic tools. Xiaoyu is not. That, like, really? If you just want to give good generic tools to all the characters, what's the point? I don't really agree with give everyone a really good down forward 1, because I mean, do you really want that to be Tekken? Like, do you just really want to give good generic tools to everyone? Such a lack of imagination, I think. Who next? Hey, Alisa's got like buffed big time. I know destructive form has been buffed out the wazoo since Season 1. Oh yeah, this was completely different. This wasn't even a power crush then. A power crush is so annoying now. Like, what were they thinking? Yeah, you got a free down 2 or something like that, or down 1. Yeah, that's what you got. They did nerf this a bit though. This has less pushback. Oh, she got that. That's pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. That's right. You can do this from fly now. So, yeah, she can't do it here, can she? That's right, she can't even do it. So, destructive is stickier. You want to, like, safely backdash away from destructive form, but now you can't do that because she hounds you down like the Terminator. That's right, that was her wall bounce. It's count hit only, right? Yeah. Yeah, this thing. They gave her back 4-4 in Season 3. This really good pushback punisher. She kind of struggled to punish stuff like Death Fist before. And then they gave her this. Yeah. She could only get this before. And now she gets a full launcher, back 4-4. A lot of her moves in Destructive are better. Like this, doesn't this give more plus frames now? Isn't this more plus on block? Isn't this like plus on block now? Like a lot of her Destructive shit is just scarier. Destructive just better all round. Isn't this still a 14. Was this not a 14 frame launcher? Oh, really? Ah, yeah, you can see the range. Man, that's kind of nuts. Okay, so they nerfed a 14 frame Punisher a bit. I guess like the running theme with Alisa is poking tools and whiff punishment tools. Like this is a bit easier to punish. This has less range. This was nerfed. Like punishment a bit nerfed, but like comeback potential with this was massively buffed. Like this has just been buffed up the wazoo. So regular Alisa is a bit weaker, but destructive Alisa is a lot stronger in season 1. I mean, I'm not sure I like the direction of the changes for the character because they've made her less like a fundamentals based character, more of like a kind of just like an Unga character. This was a huge thing though. Like this is really unique now in that this the armor in this activates at 6 frames. No other armor move does that. It's usually 8 frames. They're really just pushing destructive with every balance patch with Alisa. Like they want you to go into destructive with this. All her destructive stuff is better. This is plus on block. This has more plus frames on hit. There's this now to chase you down. I really think this move needs to be nerfed for season 4, to be honest. Either make it more punishable or make the armor 8 frames like everyone else, or well, I don't know. Like it just seems a bit like, do you really want it to go into destructive that much that you're willing to bend the rules of the game? No, I don't think season 1 was that balanced at all. If we were still playing season 1, this game would have been the Kazumi and Geese show. I think people kind of there's a lot of hyperbole about how bad
season 3 and 4 are.
The reason you think season 1 was balanced was because the game was relatively fresh and new, and you've been playing it for
4 years,
so its flaws are more obvious. I think Dragunov would have fallen off a bit. I think people would have figured out that matchup, but still, it's still hard to step running 2, and Jack, it's still hard to step forward 1. But I think the meta would have just really been just Kazumi and Geese, really. They would have been completely dominant, and that would have been just horrible. This game would have died if we were still on season 1, and this is the perfect music to talk about that. I would agree with the statement that season 3 was the most balanced Tekken until Leroy came out.
I know people look back fondly on season 1, but I think season 4 is probably the most balanced Tekken has ever been. The inherent flaws of the game are much more pronounced after you've played it for 4 years.
A lot of the weaker characters were made stronger. A lot of the best characters in season 2 were brought down. And for a while, like season 3 was the best shape Tekken 7's ever been in. A lot of the characters that are okay now are just trash in this. Like there is absolutely no reason to use Lee in season 1. Absolutely no reason. Miguel, there's still no reason to use Miguel. Chloe, no reason to use Chloe. Claudio was just more boring. Lars was just trash. Lars was trash in season 1. Now he's okay. Who else has been like Josie? Way weaker in season 1. Katarina's actually pretty good, but I don't think that's a good thing. Gigas was even more rubbish than he is now. But again, I think Gigas is okay now. You can as evidently as Dotoring showed, you can win tournaments with him. But yeah, Lee, like why would you pick season 1 Lee? He was just harder, not as good Shaheen. He was actually significantly weaker than Shaheen in this, and significantly harder. Now he's like, I think he's better than Shaheen, but significantly harder. I guess if you had to chart who are the best characters in each season, season 1 is Kazumi, Dragunov, Jack, Geese, and I think Dragunov and Jack would have fallen off with time as well. Season 2, it's Steve, Jin, and Geese. Season 3, it's like, Leroy, Fakum Ram. Akuma, if you're like one of the 10 people in the world who can use him to his max potential.